Hello, everyone. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Josh Hart. Downs is out there with Achua. Then it's Bridges. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot. And for the Cavaliers, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Okoro out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. And this season's still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Anunoby showing some confidence, believing in the work he puts in.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. A kick out to Mobley. Lets it go from deep. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Mobley.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
I was able to talk to Kenny Atkinson for a minute, and they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl Anthony Towns. Now, Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. Will try to make Cat into a passer, get the ball out of his hands. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Achua. Jaron Allen making his last shot. There's a screen by Achua. Anunoby passes to Achua. Shot clock at 6. Bridges finds Achua. From deep. Bridges misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Cleveland with the ball, and a record-setting season continues for them. Now up over 30 road wins.
And, well, you're talking maybe only 15 times in the history of the NBA has a team cleared 30 road wins in a single season. And in that group, a lot of teams that went on to win the championship. I think a lot of people would say this team is the favorite to go all the way.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Anunoby. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Cleveland with the ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Mobley kicks to Mitchell. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And here are the Cavaliers now. Inside and stolen by Achua.
You could stay active on defense. Good things usually happen. Right there, quick hands helped alter what would have been a sure 2 there.
The shot will not fall. Excellent D there from Allen.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Hunter the pass to Mitchell. Allen a screen on Anunoby. Here's Mitchell. A kick out to Mobley. Off target from 3-point range. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Anunoby. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anunoby's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Knicks. For three, Mitchell. On the rebound goes to the Knicks. Last time they met in New York.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Well, they're shoulder to shoulder down there. Achua comes out the victor.
Allen, a screen on Anunoby. A kick out to Mobley. To end the run. For three, Mitchell falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Reliable. That's Mitchell from 3.
New York's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Bridges passes to Anunoby. Hunter grabs the miss.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off. A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
A year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
Both free throws good from Bridges.
And a talented swingman. Bridges is someone to keep an eye on as he continues to round out his game.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. The kick out to Towns. And the Knicks miss again. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Cleveland. He got into double digits. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. We've got Mikal Bridges. OG Anunoby is out there with Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Achua in its center.
And Mobley is a work in progress from there. Draining the triple should certainly help his confidence.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Achua. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Gets an open look and hits.
More signs of Bridges' hard work in the offseason paying off in his jump shot.
Mobley outside. Off target with his 3. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Pass to Towns. Back to Bridges. Down low. On the wing, Bridges. Clock is at 3. Achua kicks to Towns. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Greg, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times, it's to ignite it.
Allen passes to Mobley. And here is Okoro. Defended by Hart. And the rejection by Towns.
That's exceptional timing on that rejection. Love seeing Towns this aggressive on defense.
For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to Indiana. The drive by Mitchell. And he swings it down right on top of Karl-Anthony Towns.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Now, here's Bridges.
2 minutes.
He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. The kick out to Towns. Good D by Mobley.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
These bigs can really put some force on the rim. Achua falls directly in that category.
And that one's good, Mitchell. Mitchell's got the lead up to 8 now for the Cavs.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Bridges inside. Covered by Mitchell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Bridges has got 4 points this quarter. The kick out to Mobley. They get it again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Towns with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Towns sets the pick for Anunoby. Drills the three-pointer. Anunoby's got 11 points.
You got to contest Anunoby from outside because he's proven himself to be a legitimate threat from the three-point line.
Back to Hunter. And the layup's good off the glass.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Nailed from three-point land. And now an 8-point Cleveland lead.
Oh, yeah, Hunter likes going for those corner shots.
Bridges kicks to Hart. Driving in. Lots of room. Achua, no good. Mitchell outside. Allen outside. Shoots over Towns. Oh, and he beat it.
They just do that, Kevin. They just did
Your Cavaliers.
Resourceful move there.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Well, I think for the Knicks, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Cavaliers.
As a team,
And that about wraps it.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Wade out there with Tristan Thompson. Then it's Darius Garland. Then there's Javonte Green. And it's Jerome in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Here's Brunson. Pass to McBride. Some nice passing by New York here. And it's off from three-point range. The Cavaliers leading by 12. It's stolen. To the paint. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
A lot of people like Mitchell Robinson because he does what he's told to do, and that is stay in the lane. It's where he does a lot of damage, both defensively and offensively.
To the middle, here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Brunson against Green. This one for three. Here's Robinson. And then Robinson slams it in.
Not a coach in the league would be displeased with that kind of energy and effort that Mitchell Robinson showed there.
Pass to Jerome. It's Thompson off the drive. Garland looking it over. Back to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jerome. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Jerome's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And here's Brunson outside. Sinks the three-pointer.
I don't know, why is it lefties like Brunson just make it look so much better when you're firing the rock?
Brent, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think it amazes both of us that Jalen Brunson fell to the second round, the 33rd pick back in 2018. So, with that in mind, how has he overcome the doubters?
Well, the first thing he got was opportunity, Kevin, and that's all you can ask for as a young player. What he was able to do in Dallas opened up the eyes of a lot of people to what he was capable of as a point guard in the league. But trust me, Jalen Brunson has never stopped believing in his ability and confidence to dominate a game the way that we've seen him do that in the past couple of seasons.
Here's Jerome. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
Ty Jerome, his first, second team foul.
Cleveland on defense. McBride's shot is off.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Bounce pass from Wright, all alone. And the jumper is on the mark.
I do so enjoy watching a bounce pass executed that perfectly.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Garland against Wright. Garland dishes to Thompson. Back to Garland. Six to shoot. And they pick up 2. And the Cavaliers lead by 13.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Robinson down low. Working on Thompson. And it's Robinson that time on the assist by Wright.
Yeah, it's pretty much a power play for Robinson. He's got the ability to just shrug off the defender.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Green against Brunson. Robinson a screen on Green. And here's Brunson outside. Second chance shot. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
I think there are a lot of big men in this league who don't realize that Mitchell Robinson has that kind of quickness. They end up fouling him quite a bit.
The Cavaliers leading by 11. Outside Garland. A three-pointer is right on target. Garland's got 7 points in the game.
Garland right now really doing a nice job of staying in perpetual motion.
Robinson sets a screen for Brunson. 41 seconds left in the third. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Cuts off the pass. And here we go. The fast break. Brunson's got it. A wide open look here for Wright. And the Knicks miss again. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the wide open shot from Green. That 3 off the mark. Knicks trail by 14. Wright finds Brunson. Robinson sets a screen for Brunson. Brunson from long distance.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for text.
And so it's Cleveland looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter.
Don't hold on to the ball. Keep the ball moving.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And New York looking at who they've got. Anunoby out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And then there's Precious Achiuwa. And it's Bridges in at the point guard position. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him.
Team foul.
Now, here's Achiuwa. And there's the call on Evan Mobley. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Towns finds Bridges. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. He gets it in there.
Well, Bridges is down low, doing a great job of just pounding the defense. Makes the shot.
Mitchell against Anunoby. Pass to Mobley. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Okoro's shot is off. Knicks trail by 13. Towns with it. Now defended by Mitchell.
And forget those threes. Cat, get the easy ones.
Here's Mobley. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Mitchell's got 3 assists tonight.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Bridges misses. Cleveland leading by 13. Allen outside.
Sometimes basketball is pretty easy, especially when you have a big guy. Get it to the big fella down low. That's Allen, and force the D to foul.
At the line.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
And Allen with the slam.
And how is that for a dunk? Allen throwing all his weight behind that one with that finish.
But dunk by Achiuwa.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Kicks it out to Allen. Taken away. Mitchell against Anunoby. Down low. Here's Achiuwa. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Achiuwa is a good role player for this team. Someone that comes in, rebounds, defends, and gives you some hustle.
He doesn't get the second one.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Here's Mitchell. Takes it inside. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And footwork really so important. Donovan threads the drive there with such grace.
Bridges. Excellent D there from Allen. The Cavaliers leading by 15. Pass to Mobley. Hunter finds Okoro. Back to Hunter. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. And stolen by Mobley. Kicks it out to Mitchell. 3-pointer. Hands it from downtown. Mitchell's got 7 points for the quarter.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And so determined. Bridges finds a way to get the shot up and in. Now to the line.
Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
Mobley misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You
really got to give it up here for Cleveland.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Donovan Mitchell.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And Mitchell gets it to go.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
The kick out to Anunoby. Towns sets the pick for Anunoby. No good from outside. Frank, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Maxey and Oubre pair up at the 1 and the 2. Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's George in at the 3. And for the Cavaliers, at the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Okoro is out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position.
And we know Mitchell can get up and throw it down with the best of them, especially when he's attacking full speed.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Embiid, a screen on Mitchell. George scanning the floor. Offensive board. Drummond passes to Embiid. George against Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. That doesn't go either for George.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Hunter can't get it to go. The 76ers have gone 1 for 3 so far. And it's Maxey missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Mitchell against Drummond. Mobley passes to Mitchell. Driving in. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Oh, man, and that is why Mitchell has won a dunk contest before. He knows how to get a few style points.
Oh, George with a steal. Drummond passes to George. Outside Oubre. Over Hunter. And there's Oubre. That one's good. On the assist by George.
And when you look at the numbers over the last few years, it's clear that George has made a jump as a playmaker.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Embiid passes to George. Mobley against Embiid. Well, Grant, everyone has the same goal right now, and that's to have a strong start to the season.
No question, B.A. And that can be tough to achieve for teams that might have a new coach. Or if you had a lot of roster changes, teams with continuity tend to have the advantage to start the season.
And here's Oubre from the arc. Here's Drummond. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And when he's effective from three-point range, look out. Mobley knows how much that does for his game.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning a title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning." That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night.
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. The 76ers have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
The pure talent of Joel Embiid knows no bounds.
Mitchell with the ball. Oubre picks him up. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
Taking 2 shots.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Mitchell just continues to improve every season, and now he's one of the game's elite players.
George, right side. 3-pointer. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Mobley outside. There's the 3. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 3 assists in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
For 3, Maxey. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. And you look at what they've accomplished this year on the road. 30 wins and counting.
Yeah, they're reaching those historical numbers reserved only for the greatest teams in NBA lore. The types of rosters filled with talent, experience, desire, all built to win championships. I think you can say the same thing about this team.
Inside. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity and a three-point play. It's going to be Evan Mobley. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And that one misses. Mitchell with the ball. The three from Okoro. Connects from downtown.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball. Really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Evan. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavs' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
So on the floor for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Oubre is at the 2 with George playing the 3. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Maxey in at the 1. Here's Oubre. Back to Embiid. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Cleveland has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. And Mitchell with the slam.
Trading the lead back and forth. Either side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Mitchell against Maxey. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball.
Philadelphia ball.
And here we have last season's best free throw shooting teams. The 76ers in second.
They took pride in their success at the line, and it forced opposing defenses to be very careful against them.
For 3, Maxey drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
The pure shooting stroke of Maxey, gifted at draining it from outside the arc.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
There's a screen. George passes to Oubre. Just 5 on the clock. Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. Mobley with the block.
Already a stellar defender, Mobley proving he can be relied on to anchor for this team.
Hits the trifecta. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Cleveland.
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
Pass to Mobley. Allen, the pass to Mitchell. Allen with a screen on Maxey. Here's Mitchell. Drummond grabs the miss. Philadelphia has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Outside Maxey. Embiid, a screen on Mitchell. For 3, Maxey. The Cavaliers pull it in. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the Sixers.
Turnovers were the story of that game. It wasn't what I would call a disciplined performance.
Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
What an elite athlete Mobley is, getting off the ground effortlessly for the throwdown.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
For 3, Maxey. And Another miss by Philadelphia.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Here's Mitchell, and it's blocked by Embiid.
Every year he's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. His instincts, that's what makes Embiid outstanding, and his awareness of when to go for the block.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie.
Gotta like the momentum on Georgia's drive, cutting into the defense and clearing himself a path.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul. Mitchell against George. Pass to Okoro. Allen with a screen on George. 6 to shoot from deep. Mitchell.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
It's George on the wing. Check by Mitchell. Hunter against Oubre. And it's all tied up. Oubre's gotten his second bucket.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Mitchell against George. Outside Mitchell. 30 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Okoro, no good.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Embiid elevates.
Oh, what a dunk by Embiid. He's just doing big man things the way big man should.
From deep, Mitchell gets the 3-ball to go. Mitchell's got 13.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Drummond. Now Oubre. Just a big-time effort for Donovan Mitchell, providing a lot of energy for the Cavaliers. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
28. Fans, please direct your attention to center court.
And you two both know what it's like to be in the zone like that.
Yeah, Kenny's been there a few times, but I think
Switching back now to the Philadelphia 76ers, they've been fighting it out through the first half of play.
They're not showing enough fight defensively.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Darius Garland is out there with Ty Jerome. Then it's Green, then there's Dean Wade, and it's Thompson in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Nails it from beyond the arc. RJ displaying at a faster pace. Work the same in the regular season as it does in the playoffs?
Depends on the opponent. Teams that like to slow it down and can be methodical in the half court can make it a slugfest. You have to be ready for that.
To the paint. Here's Bona. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
Back to Garland. Going inside. On the wing, Wade. Back to Garland. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And I love watching Garland mature into a leader. And you know what? He is not done yet.
Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Here's Yabusele. Pass to Bona. Out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland ball.
Cleveland ball.
The Cavaliers lead by 7. Garland looking around. Council with a rebound.
Their first miss since the break. Still, I like how they've come out so far.
Here's Bona. Lowry outside. 4-3. And he can't get that one.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Garland, no good.
Just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Pass to Bona. Ooh, it's stolen away. Garland with the ball. Picked up by Lowry. Thompson outside. Into the lane. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland.
Yeah, Garland is good at finding his guys out there. He's selfless with the ball.
Here's Council. To halt the run. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter. 2 minutes.
Shoots, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead, and these days there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition, but, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
And there's the screen. Lowry outside. Pass to Bona. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Garland for 3. There's a minute 12 left in the third. Outside for Green. Back to Garland. Outside, Green. 3-pointer off the mark. 76ers trail by 9.
Blocking foul.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Javonte Green picks one up. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
And stolen by Edwards. That shot off the mark. Green with the defensive effort. Cleveland leading by 8. Garland for 3. Thompson passes to Garland. Jacks up a 3. Thompson finds Garland. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson, a screen on Lowry. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Here's the 3. Council with the bucket. Council's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And here's Garland from outside the arc. Oh, at the buzzer!
Wow! I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big time shot from him there.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Taking a look at the 76ers. Maxey and Oubre pair up at the 1 and the 2. Andre Drummond is out there with Paul George. And it's Embiid in at the 5. Pass to Oubre. Maxey with it, and it's Hunter picking him up. George outside, launches a 3, and the 76ers another 3.
And you see the creativity George has. Just comfortable operating in screening roles and taking what he sees.
That shot wide open. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And that's a foul called on Isaac Okoro. That'll be a second foul of the game. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. George outside. Pass to Embiid. Oubre, a screen on Mobley. Embiid from outside.
Excellent contest from Mobley. He entered the league elite defensively.
The 3 from Mitchell. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
76ers trail by 11. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
They're starting a new trend with regard to turnovers. It's becoming problematic.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Now here's Mitchell. And it's Cleveland with another.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Embiid, a screen on Mitchell. Maxey surveys. George outside. Pass to Embiid. 5 on the clock. They need this. Philadelphia with another miss. Cleveland leading by 13. Here's Mobley. Allen outside. Oh, he tries a 3. Drummond grabs the miss. The 76ers have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That'll be a second foul of the game. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That's foul number 2 for him.
And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
Ooh, stolen by Allen.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass.
Mitchell bullies his way inside.
Look at that grittiness of Mitchell. He hits resistance inside and still gets through it.
George outside. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Launches it. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
George draws the double. Pass to Oubre. Right side Maxey. From deep. And so the ball out of bounds. Mobley touched it last.
Philadelphia ball.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Mitchell against Maxey. Clock at 6. Pass to Embiid. From behind the arc. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got 4 rebounds now. Hunter on the wing. Fades. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Now here's Embiid. You know, for a while now, the NBA has done a last 2 minutes report on games. Richard, how do you think the players feel about this?
I can tell you how I feel. I don't like the 2-minute report. I think it does absolutely nothing to help the basketball game. Guys are frustrated. They need to move on. If they walk into the next game worried about the last 2-minute report, are they really focused on that game?
Outside Oubre. With the teardrop. Can't cash it in from close range. And it's Cleveland's ball. They're on a 12-3 run. Drummond hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
BA, all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap. They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Mitchell with room to shoot. It's hauled in by Oubre. And so it's the Cavaliers taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
Yep. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Maxey and Oubre, they have the guard duties. Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's George in at the small forward position. And for the Knicks, OG Anunoby is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Achua. Then it's Bridges. And it's Hart in at the 2. Here we are, Greg, in Game 1 of the NBA season. How does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Clock at 6. Bridges misses. New York comes into this one following a loss to Indiana. Here's Maxey. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Embiid with the steal. Moving it up. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, quick transition has Bridges positioned perfectly. Puts the nice finish on the transition opportunity.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Tom Thibodeau had a few minutes to share. Well, we talked about how difficult a matchup Joel Embiid can be for a defense. Coach told me it's all about not letting him get established down low and making him try to beat us with longer shots. If we do that, I think we'll be fine. Of course, saying it on the sidelines is one thing, and doing it on the court, quite another. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Oh, Mr. Towns can hurt you from anywhere, and that includes putting it on your head.
Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
Bridges finds Anunoby. There's a screen by Achua. Shot clock at 6. Shot from free throw range. Anunoby, no good. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Drummond in the post, covered by Achua. And here's George. Oubre outside. Stolen by Anunoby. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss. New York comes into this one following a loss to the Pacers in Indy. And that one's good, George.
Well, Paul George is a big-time scorer, and it matters not where he is, but you give him a corner three, he'll take it.
Here's Bridges into the lane. And yes, it's good.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now, here's Maxey. He's got 5. Pass to Embiid. And here is Drummond, covered by Achua. Hart kicks to Towns. Here's Anunoby. Here he goes. Makes it off the glass. And this game is tied up now.
Such a fantastic athlete. When OG Anunoby puts it on the deck, look out, folks.
Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
Here's Anunoby after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Anunoby passes to Hart. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
3 on 3. And Anunoby slams it in.
Let's remember, this is 6'8" with some hops. OG Anunoby with the dunk.
Maxey looking it over. To the inside, and stolen by Achua. Here's the break. Hart kicks to Bridges. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Maxey against Anunoby. Just 4 to shoot. Shots good by Achua. Here's Maxey. And that one released in time, but no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Knicks lead by 4. Stay with us as we get set to break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, running the wings, it's Oubre and George. Andre Drummond is out there with Embiid, and it's Maxey in at the 1 spot.
How about the range? I mean, that's big-time, limitless range. I'll tell you, you better check him when he steps over the line.
Bridges, the kick out to Anunoby. Pass to Bridges, the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Bridges got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says, these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
DA thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. Back to Maxey. A fresh 14 for Philadelphia. Drummond finds Embiid. Kicks it out to Maxey. And pushing it up. Here's New York. And Anunoby slams it in.
Yeah, that's Mikal Bridges. He's got fast hands. He's got great anticipation, making plays.
Maxey against Bridges. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Now, here's Bridges. 9 points in the game so far. Anunoby with the screen for Bridges. Going inside, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Yeah, that's the length and speed way Mikal Bridges gets to the rim in a hurry.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchises.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
5 to shoot. And Bridges with the block.
Such a strong defensive player. Bridges understands I've got size and quickness. The rejection, yes, sir.
Hard against Maxey.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Let's a floater go. Hart, no good. The 76ers trail by 8. Oubre, right side. Bridges with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. Here's Hart. Hits the three-point bomb. Hart's got 5 now.
Josh Hart, an improving three-point shooter. If he gets consistent from here, look out.
George with the screen on Bridges. Maxey kicks to George. Not going to go that time. Bridges with some nice defense. Pass to Towns. And stolen by Maxey. To the paint. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw dropping.
Anunoby is screen on Oubre. Bridges kicks to Anunoby. Six to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Hart, no good. The 76ers trail by 9. Embiid inside. Achu is on him. Drummond dishes to Embiid. Oubre up top. Embiid against Towns. Embiid, no good. Anunoby outside, inside, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Hart with the screen for Bridges. Good, nice job down low. He's got 13.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break. At the third quarter, soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The Oklahoma City Thunder will go up against the Pacers in Indianapolis. 8:30 Eastern time for the tip there. Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the New York Knicks. And that is...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Mikal Bridges.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Jalen Brunson out there with Miles McBride. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's Robinson in at the center position. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
That's on Jalen Brunson.
Boy, Kyle Lowry, you can't help but notice the frame, right? He is a bit undersized, and yet here is a guy who has been a consistent two-way force in the NBA, has truly had a remarkably consistent career.
And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
Now, Jalen Brunson approaches the point guard position as a scorer. Boy, this guy can light you up.
Out to Edwards. Shoots the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Edwards got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Brunson outside. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Outside Edwards. Down low, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. At this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. Number 5, the Knicks.
Well, they made a huge commitment to rebounding last year, and it showed in the numbers. They were spectacular.
Brunson scanning the floor. It's intercepted. And Edwards with the... Oh! Goodness.
Well, the defensive breakdowns allows Kyle Lowry to take advantage and set up an open look for his guy.
Brunson against Lowry. Brunson outside to the inside. Here's Robinson. 4 seconds left. 4 on the clock. the dunk by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson knows who he is, a vertical spacer. What a pretty dunk.
Here's Lowry. No good on that one. The Knicks leading by 10. Brunson outside to the paint. It's stolen by Lowry. Now the 76ers on the break.
Boy, Kyle Lowry's defense paying dividends, gets the strip and the score for his guys.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Robinson, that's good. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it? Boy, he has that great combination of strength and athleticism. Tucker loves to attack the rim.
It's Edwards on the wing. They set the pick, and he drives in. Here's Bono. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Bono's got his second bucket.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Lowry against Brunson. To the middle. Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
One of the best in the business, absolutely. Lowry against Brunson. Outside Lowry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense from Robinson. Brunson with it. Lowry picks him up. A nice shot by Tucker.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Edwards, a screen on Brunson. Lowry drives in, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game. And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all miss significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck. Kyle Lowry may be just a shade over 6 foot, but he has zero problem mixing it up down low. This guy plays with such great fight.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry. And so Lowry nails both of them. 20 seconds left in the third. New York leading by 12. Now Brunson. He's got 7. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Embiid is at the elbow. He got it up, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the New York Knicks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball and about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so in the game for the 76ers, Maxey and Oubre, they have the guard duties. Paul George is out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Embiid in at the 5 down low. Well, great. The Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team, and it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
What you admire about McKell is he's such a grinder. You watch his defense, you can feel the intensity with this guy.
And he makes that one.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Anunoby finds Bridges. Achua with it. Back to Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Anunoby. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Oubre passes to Maxey. Here's Drummond. The shot by George. Wide open. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim.
Boy, nice job by Paul George to make himself available. Gets to his spot and gets it off quickly.
And with each passing season, DB, OG Anunoby seems to keep getting more and more versatile.
You are exactly right, Kevin. What we know unequivocally is this is one of the best cross-positional defenders in the league. One of those guys that's truly capable of guarding 1 to 5. But his willingness to be a three-point threat, an offensive rebound, and put it on the deck is exactly what you're talking about.
Oubre sets the screen for Maxey. Bridges with the steal. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
The longer his career grows, the more you see Mikal Bridges put together these scoring outbursts.
And that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. The kick out to Anunoby. The 3-ball. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And the Knicks lead by 16.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Knicks lead 55.
Pass to Drummond. To stop the run. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. The Knicks leading by 14. On the wing, Bridges. Knocked away. Hard against Maxey. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Doesn't take much for Maxey to find a lane to the rim.
Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Achua, the dunk by Achua.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Knicks lead 57.
Oubre with it. Hard covering. George against Anunoby. And George with the stop.
You've allowed Paul George to lock in and get his rhythm. Now you better start to stop him.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. Hart with a screen on Oubre. Bridges kicks to Towns. Just 3 to shoot. It's Hart on the wing. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Bridges, no one around him. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Outside, Maxey. Drummond with a screen on Bridges. Outside, Maxey. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Achua. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well. And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Knicks.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Mikal Bridges.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Spotting the open teammate there. Nice work by Maxey.
Towns kicks to Anunoby. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. New York moving the ball around. There's a screen by Achua. Hart the pass to Achua. Shot clock at 5. Here's Towns. And he banks in the layup. And the Knicks lead by 14.
Knicks lead 61-47.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they...
Welcome to Wednesday. A look at Cleveland's opening lineup. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Isaac Okoro is out there with Donovan Mitchell, and it's Hunter in at the 3. And for New York, Josh Hart is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then there's Precious Achiuwa, and it's Towns in at the 4 slot. For NBA fans, early season games are so entertaining to watch, Graham. What's your favorite part of the early going?
You know, BA, take your pick. Rookie development, team chemistry building, plus you wait all off season to see how your team measures up. And now we get to find out.
Bridges with it, and it's Hunter picking him up. Mitchell against Hart. Rejected by Allen.
How about the length from the big guy? Enables him to guard just about anybody, anywhere.
Mobley outside. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
First personal foul.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
And Mobley has got the ball here for the Cavaliers. And you look at what they've accomplished this year on the road. 30 wins and counting.
Yeah, they're reaching those historical numbers reserved only for the greatest teams in NBA lore. The types of rosters filled with talent, experience, desire, all built to win championships. I think you can say the same thing about this team.
Here's Okoro following the bucket by the Knicks. From deep, Mitchell. Achiuwa with a rebound.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Out of bounds, Knicks ball as New York keeps possession.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
Hunter with a double. Hart finds Achiuwa. Back to Hart. Achiuwa with a screen. Hart against Hunter.
At just about 7 feet, Jared Allen can be imposing as a defensive presence. Just a bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
He's turned it over twice pretty quickly. Time to refocus.
That's his first personal.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. There's a screen. Bridges with it. Guarded now by Okoro. And Anunoby for 3. Sinks the tray.
Anunoby showing some confidence, believing in the work he puts in.
Anunoby against Mitchell.
4.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Allen outside. 6 to shoot. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They trail by 1. Allen. Achiuwa with a rebound. And here's Bridges. 15 in his last outing. Takes a 3. Cavaliers with a rebound. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
They were able to pull out a win last time because their bench came up big. It's so important to have depth on your roster.
Probably looking for more of the same here, as we know a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
You don't want to let them get into a rhythm from out there.
Bridges against Mitchell. And the basket by Bridges.
He's so efficient right now on offense. Bridges picking up his spots and recognizing when to strike.
And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
And the basket by Towns.
Fantastic use off the bounce by Towns, getting all the way to the rim.
7.
They set the pick. Mitchell with the ball, and it's Anunoby picking him up. Mitchell against Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. From about 16. And it's Mitchell. The miss.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
For 3, Bridges. He is rebounded by Okoro. Cleveland has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc.
Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
Bridges passes to Anunoby. Back to Bridges. And Mikal Bridges picks up a foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
That's a whistle he did not want to hear. His second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the opening quarter. Anunoby against Mitchell. Pass to Mobley. Unable to get that one. Good work defensively by Towns. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Here he goes. Mobley outside. Got it up. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. It's a tie game in New York. And we'll get the... And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
We've got Achua, OG Anunoby out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart, and it's Bridges in at the point. That's the 5 for New York right now.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Inside, here's Towns. Mobley with the block.
Yeah, nice timing on the rejection. Mobley showing you how incredible defensively he can be.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Fires in the triple.
Oh, yeah, Hunter likes going for those corner shots.
And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Now here's Bridges. He has 7, and he recovers it. Anunoby for 3. Hits a three-pointer. Anunoby's got 6.
You like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
Allen with a screen on Anunoby. Mitchell with the ball. Now guarded by Achua. Here's Hunter. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
Every basket from this kind of range is going to help Hunter's perimeter game. Doesn't worry about the defense.
Bridges against Mitchell. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. 6 on the shot clock. Anunoby for 3. Drills it from deep. Anunoby's got 6 here in the quarter. And there have been a few teams lately who have been stockpiling draft picks, Brent. What do you think of that approach?
Well, BA, if you look at the success of the draft, you're kind of 50-50 on whether or not you're going to get the talent that is required to win a championship.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow!
Amazing! Man! Intelligent decision by Mitchell, using the pick and roll to break up the defense and get open.
Bridges against Mitchell. Bridges passes to Anunoby. Achua with a screen. Goes back up. Kicks it out Towns. Bridges, a screen on Mitchell. And Anunoby gets it to go.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Knicks lead 21.
Here's Mitchell. 35 points for him last game against Indiana.
I felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you can tell, takes pride in that part of the game.
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Graham.
Yeah, Maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Mitchell, the pass to Okoro. Mobley outside. The Knicks with the rebound. Achua's got his 6th rebound on the night. Bridges outside. Seconds left in the first half of this game. Good work there as it goes.
Bridges showing more and more signs of strength, being able to finish through contact.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Knicks.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
You're showing off the floor awareness right there. I love whenever Mitchell looks to share the wealth.
Towns outside. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Allen. Cavaliers trail by 4. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. He goes up again, and he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, when you're facing Mobley, you cannot let him get that ball down low.
At the line, 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Mobley. 26 seconds left to play in the half. Towns outside. Out to Bridges. Outside Anunoby. Bridges finds Anunoby. 6 to shoot. For 3. That one no good. And so it's OG Anunoby making things happen for the Knicks. Hitting 3 trays in the court. Okay, Ali, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the 3rd quarter.
You know what? They push the action, but also play within themselves. Show great execution.
And you know, that usually leads. All right, fellas. That's it for us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, without question, OG Anunoby displaying all his skills today.
Yeah, he's played with great energy in the first half. Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
On the court for the Cavaliers, they've got Darius Garland. Dean Wade is out there with Tristan Thompson. Then it's Javonte Green, and it's Jerome in at the shooting guard position. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from Garland.
And Garland does a little bit of everything. A versatile guard with a bright, bright future.
Here's Brunson. Brunson is doubled. Robinson passes to Wright. Robinson, a screen on Garland. Back to Robinson. Nice D from Thompson. The Cavs trailing. Garland feeling it out a bit. That's tipped. Here's Tucker. And slam dunk by Tucker.
And Tucker showing you he's still got the ability to get to the rim.
Outside for Green. No good. That would have tied it. New York leading by 3. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Ryan, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie.
Tristan Thompson not wasting any time having the ball in that situation to get 2.
Here's Robinson. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
Pass to Green. Out to Thompson for the tie. Shot clock at 5. Wade misses.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Brunson with it. Green picks him up. Robinson, a screen on Green. Brunson. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Payne's checked in for McBride.
Cameron Payne.
For Cleveland, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Out to Thompson. Robinson, a screen on Green. And here's Brunson from the arc. Sinks it from distance. Brunson's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Brunson is such a difficult cover. You can't let him fire away, but also he's a threat to drive.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player. And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. To the inside. Out to Thompson. Pass to Garland. Here's Wade. They set a pick. Right against Garland. Fires from the corner. Wade, that's good.
Sometimes it looks like for Garland the game comes a bit easy, whether making plays for himself or others.
Right, the pass to Payne. There's the double with Thompson. Now here's Tucker. Outside Brunson. Right with a screen on Green. Pass to Robinson. Right outside. And here's Brunson from the arc. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Now Tristan Thompson with some force on that one.
Brunson against Green. Brunson with it. Give him 8. Nice D from Thompson.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's
yes, sir!
Wow!
Just got to be able to read from the point guard position, and Garland did a nice job there.
Here's Tucker, and he drives in. It's rebounded by Wade. The Cavaliers leading. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
To stop the run. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
I know, it just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Substitution.
15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Bridges passes to Anunoby. Just 4 to shoot. Driving to the basket.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Mitchell. And he's going to the line. For 2, the official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on OG Anunoby.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
Both free throws good from Mitchell. The 3rd quarter comes to a close. Cleveland on top, up 5. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel Nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Precious Achiuwa. And it's Hart in at the shooting guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
One thing you can add on to this, and you don't talk about it much as a point of emphasis, but getting to the free throw line and generating easy points can really help you out. They got a lot of freebies.
This is something Mitchell is only getting better at, finding ways to get his guys good shots. You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Launches it from deep. Kept alive. Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
And that one falls for Towns.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, you don't expect Towns to do some of the things he does, like drain threes and make savvy passes. But he's a modern big man.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. All alone. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Mitchell against Bridges. Outside Anunoby. Towns on a screen. Taken away. And pushing it up. Here's Cleveland. Here's Okoro. Oh, and Towns with the block.
And look at that reach. I mean, Towns just saying no.
Allen finds Mitchell. Beyond the arc.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Pass to Achiuwa. The three is up. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Mobley's got 9 rebounds now. Outside Mitchell. Mobley against Bridges. Mobley passes to Allen. The three from Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell with a triple.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Mitchell against Bridges. They set the pick. Pass to Anunoby. Bridges down low. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Clock at 6. Hart passes to Anunoby. Three-pointer. And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now Anunoby. Bridges outside. Shot clock at 6. Second chance shot.
Okoro takes great pride in his defense as a wing defender to take on some tough hombres.
And Anunoby gets it to go.
Lots of experience from Anunoby. These moments don't make his palms sweat.
Here's Mitchell. And it's New York with a rebound. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Anunoby. Down low. And there's Towns on the assist from Anunoby. Anunoby's got his 5th assist in this one.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
Mitchell against Anunoby. Oh, and Towns with the block. Right side Hart. There's the drive. Achiuwa passes to Towns. Back to Achiuwa. To the inside. And it's Towns with the power finish.
All-out effort from Towns, putting the team on his back and getting them the shot they need.
Allen with a screen on Anunoby. Out to Mobley. From downtown. There's 53 seconds left in the game. And it's a Coral penetrating. Yes!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
You'll see that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Here's Bridges. Money. And that one brings them within one.
And Bridges elevating his game.
Woo. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Mitchell, the pass to Hunter. Back to Mitchell. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Hart passes to Anunoby. Achua with a screen on Hunter. For the win! Oh, that shot had a chance, but the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie.
NBA. Look at Cleveland's starting group. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell is out there with the Coral. And it's Hunter in at the 3. And for Philadelphia, running the wings, it's Oubre and George. Joel Embiid out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Maxey in at the 1 spot. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. Mitchell wide open. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Maxey passes to Oubre. Five to shoot. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Yep, that one goes in there.
That's where Drummond generates most of his offense. I mean, he's got a lot of moves in the low post.
Hunter with the screen on George. George against Mitchell.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. Now he's worried it's going to be one of those nights when Donovan Mitchell just goes off. He told me it's like guarding a ticking time bomb. You never know when he's going to blow up, but we're anticipating it. So Coach is expecting the best out of his team, preparing for the worst. Guys?
Thank you, David. Hunter kicks to Allen. On the wing, Mitchell. Hits it from 3-point range. Mitchell's got 5.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
No good on the second free throw. Special K, you've seen Tyrese Halliburton a lot. He's as good as anyone in this league offensively. What does he do best?
I think his best basketball attribute is probably his passing, his vision, the way he can set other people up. But the intangible that makes him, he's a Pied Piper. He is a galvanizer. Guys love being around his energy and the way he plays. So not only does he play with great confidence, I think he infuses in his teammates a joy and a confidence that lifts them up too.
Now, here's Hunter. 12 points his last outing. Second shot opportunity.
Great physicality that time on the defensive end from Drummond, using his body to wall up.
Another miss by Philadelphia. Mitchell against Maxey. The drive by Mobley.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Maxey against Mitchell. Drummond sets the screen for Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
When Maxey has the ball, you got to keep him from getting downhill, or he's just going to take those points.
Mitchell passes to Okoro. And Okoro throws it down.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
1:56 left in the first quarter. Maxey outside. George. There's the triple. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Mitchell kicks to Mobley. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. George with the ball. Now defended by Mitchell. Outside, Maxey. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
That's when Maxey's at his best. He wants to get the ball inside.
The drive by Mitchell. Kicks it out to Allen. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here's Maxey. He's got 7. Oubre outside. 41 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Embiid with the screen on Mitchell. Maxey, no good.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Another shot. Here's Drummond. Mobley with the block.
Mobley is one of the best defenders in the NBA. When he's not blocking shots, he's altering.
In the corner, Okoro with it. Pass to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And so, both teams trading buckets. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
So on the floor for Cleveland, a lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Okoro out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. And Mobley throws it down.
And ball handlers like Mitchell really elevate your offense. His precision passing to pass the basketball at the right time, really a terrific ability.
Kicks it out to Maxey. George with the screen on Hunter. Maxey passes to George. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Cleveland. And a record-setting season continues for him. Now up over 30 road wins.
And, well, you're talking maybe only 15 times in the history of the NBA has a team cleared 30 road wins in a single season. And in that group, a lot of teams that went on to win the championship. I think a lot of people would say this team is the favorite to go all the way.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime and Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Okoro. From downtown. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Embiid with a screen on Mitchell. It's George on the wing, covered by Mitchell. Embiid sets the pick for George. Off target from outside.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Maxey kicks to George. Pass to Drummond, stolen by Okoro. Mitchell looking it over. Traps in the tray. Mitchell's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Cavs.
Well, the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
Hunter against Oubre. In the corner, George with it. 4 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. Drains the three-pointer. George has got 6.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires.
Donovan Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Embiid, the pass to Maxey. George with the screen on Mitchell. Maxey, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 3. The same day, Clark, that Tyrese Maxey was named to the All-Star game, he scored a career high and was great doing it.
How about that, Kevin? How ironic is that? It was his first All-Star selection, by the way, but this has been the story with Maxey. I mean, he just continues to make great progress in his game. He's a really dynamic young player with still room to grow.
And we've seen Mitchell go up against much larger defenders throughout his career. And the reason he makes it look so easy is because of that 6'10" wingspan. Keep in mind, he stands at 6'1", but that's incredible length at his height.
The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Maxey, and it's sent back by Allen. Maxey in the corner. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Few players get more dunks than Drummond. He's a center who plays like a traditional center, looking to throw it down every chance he gets. Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
The Cavaliers shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight, and Mitchell drops them both.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And the shot goes in. Maxey's got 4 this quarter.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
Mitchell against George. We've got 28 seconds left here in the second. And it's Mitchell missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Maxey on the wing, covered by Mitchell. Maxey kicks to Embiid. Shoots over Mobley. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss it?
Looking at Philadelphia, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah. Now let's talk about our featured game. Guys, Donovan Mitchell was the star of that first half.
Yeah, he's high point.
And that is a wrap.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
They've got Lowry, Abusele out there with Edwards, and it's Bona in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. And Clark, on average, free throw attempts are down a fair bit in the last 20, 25 years.
Yeah, I mean, from a fan perspective, I think you compare a field goal to a couple of free throws. It's obvious, though, which is more entertaining to watch. You want to see guys score the ball in live action.
And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Council, guarded by Garland. Clock at 6. Pass to Bona. The shot comes out. Good D by Thompson.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Here's Council, guarded by Garland. Outside Edwards. driving inside. And Edwards with the stop.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Oh, superb pass from Garland. He's all for setting up his teammate.
Edwards looking it over. Out to the right wing. Here's Council. And it's Darius Garland with the rebound. And so Garland will bring it up for Cleveland. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Outside Edwards. To the inside. Here's Council, guarded by Garland. Green against Fowler. And it's blocked. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Garland against Lowry. And that one drops for him. And now a 12-point Cleveland lead.
Fearless move by Garland inside, going for the high percentage shot.
Green against Lowry. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
team foul.
The first one falls.
Look, Kyle Lowry can never rely on being the bigger guy on the floor. So he has to rely on his smarts and guile and toughness instead. He's a very, very high IQ player.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Garland. Pass to Jerome. Good on the shot. Jerome's got the lead up to 13 now for the Cavs.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Drives to the hoop. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Philadelphia shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
You know, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
There's Garland. Puts the move on. He takes it up and lays it in. Garland's got 8 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Lowry with the ball. Working on Green. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. That's going to send Kyle Lowry to the line. Darius Garland picks one up. This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
And you know, Lowry, the consummate floor general, his leadership on the court and in the locker room really brings this team together and makes them an effective unit.
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. 5th on the list of the 76ers.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
The 76ers trail by 11. Lowry feeling it out a bit. Pass to Yabusele. Inside. Here's Bona. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Here's Yabusele, headed by Green. Right side Lowry. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Garland finds Wade. Cleveland moving the ball around. And Thompson throws it down.
That's where Tristan Thompson is most comfortable, right around the rim, throwing it down.
Lowry drives in. Pass to Bona. That falls. Nice speed that time from Kyle Lowry. 5 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Wade. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter.
And here we all go.
The 76ers trail by 9, and Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Donovan Mitchell is out there with the Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the small forward spot. George with the ball. Guarded now by Okoro. 5 on the clock. And Maxey with the basket on the assist by George. Maxey's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the 76ers. Mitchell up top, covered by Oubre. Nobody near Allen. Offline with his three. The 76ers shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Oubre against Mitchell. Here's Embiid. But we know what a great player Joel Embiid is. He was the 2023 MVP, and he was on that same road until he got injured last season.
Unfortunate to see the big fella Embiid deal with the injuries that he has throughout his career, even going back to his 1 year in college. It's unfortunate, but that has hampered what is a special talent in Embiid.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
Pass to George. Back to Embiid. Good D by Mobley.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Look, in deference to his age, he's not going to throw it down like he used to, but PG can still rock that rim.
Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge, and if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
Maxey into the lane. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack the confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim. Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Here's Maxey. Drummond working against Allen. Now here's Embiid. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Paul George with the steal. There's the 3. Good on the triple. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
There's not much a defender can do when George decides to go up with the pull-up. I mean, you got to respect both his shooting and his driving ability because of his speed on the dribble.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Embiid finds Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Wow. The athleticism of Maxey. Impressive.
George against Mitchell. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Oubre passes to George. He can't hit that time. Good D by Mobley. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Allen for 3, and Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Oubre. Outside, George. It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And because of Paul George's composure and even-keeled nature, his teammates have great trust in him in these situations.
Mitchell against George. Now, here's Mitchell. Defense right on him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Outside, George. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Misses the 3. Here's Mitchell. Fires from way outside. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother.
teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Now, New York starting five. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Bridges in at the point. And it's powered home by Towns.
Looking ferocious on the drive. You know, I love seeing Towns going hard and finishing with power.
And it's Maxey missing.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Anunoby. It's stolen by Oubre. George left side. Maxey with it. And Bridges picks him up defensively. Here's Oubre, and that one is stuffed right through.
Smart pass from the quick thinking Maxey. Outstanding at finding uncovered teammates.
Anunoby, a screen on Oubre. Here's Bridges. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Fires the three. Pure from three-point range.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Embiid. Outside Oubre. Back to Embiid. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, and Towns with the block.
And look at that reach. I mean, Towns just saying no.
Here's Hart. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Maxey. Out left to the wing. Drummond against Achiuwa. Pass to Oubre. It's stolen by Hart. And here they go on a free run to the bucket. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind. Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. With an MVP trophy under his belt, Joel Embiid has only become more dominant, RJ.
I think that 2023 MVP increased his confidence. It allowed him to feel like he really was the best player in the world. And I think it motivated him to keep pushing himself. And the results speak for themselves because the stats, they back that up.
Well, Richard, he's the Iron Man of the NBA right now. Mikal Bridges takes pride in being available on a nightly basis.
We've all heard it before. The best ability is availability. And Bridges does whatever it takes to not miss games. More teams need to take this mindset. Oh, what a dunk by Embiid. He's just doing big man things the way big man should.
Here's Bridges. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Achiuwa with a screen on Oubre. Anunoby passes to Achiuwa. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Oubre. The offensive rebound. Missed inside. 76ers trail by 5. Now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse.
He got into it about his strategy against Karl Anthony Towns. These modern bigs are tough to stop, he told me, and went on to say, I'm hoping we can just force him to take bad shots, not the ones that he wants. I'll settle for that. So they're looking to disrupt Cat's selections and keep him from his spots, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And Embiid has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
In the mold of Shaq, Joel Embiid is physically just overwhelming. Plus, he's got some touch and skill.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And it's tied up with that one. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
The 76ers have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. Oh, and Towns with the block. And now the Knicks on the break. Anunoby can't get it to go. Now Philadelphia with it. Right side Oubre. Here's Embiid. He has 7. Oh, got a piece of it. Stolen by Bridges. And here we go. The Knicks in transition for the finish. Towns gets the bucket.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Oubre finds Embiid. Here's Maxey. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for New York?
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
Another area where they've excelled has been pushing it on the break. They're really getting after it.
On the floor for New York, Mikal Bridges is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Precious Achiuwa. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the 4-man position. Now here's Bridges. Over Maxey. Bridges misses.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
George for 3, and the three-pointer goes. George has got his first 3 points of the game.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now here's Bridges. Inside. George with a steal. Oh, deflected. Oubre with it. Hart covering. Hart against Oubre. George outside. Embiid from outside. And it's New York with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
Part of that is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
He's a small guy with big hops. Maxey goes up high for that finish.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Count it.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. With the crossover, Maxey passes to Drummond. Here's Embiid, covered by Towns. Embiid inside. Towns on him. 5 to shoot. Embiid finds Maxey. This one for 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Bridges has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Anunoby. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Love the way Bridges moves that ball around. Always comes out of his hands crisp, on time, and on target.
It's George on the wing. Back to Oubre. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. And the 76ers lead by 1.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And the basket by Bridges.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
George, a screen on Bridges. Maxey passes to George. Looking at lineups around the league, Graham, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Now here's Bridges. 6 points for him. Kicks it out to Anunoby. 1:31 left in the second. Here he goes. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Now here's Maxey. George, a screen on Bridges. Maxey, that's good. Maxey's gotten 4 this quarter.
A physical scoring guard. Maxey is at home on the inside.
Bridges passes to Achua. To the left side wing. Oh, Drummond with a block. Maxey with it. Towns covering. Pass to Embiid. Now here's Drummond. Here's Maxey. No good with a layup. The Knicks have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And an Obi for 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball.
Sixers ball.
We've got 22 seconds left in the second. Oubre, a screen on Bridges. Out to Oubre. There's the triple. Sinks the tray. Now it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
You can tell Maxey enjoys moving the ball. He likes setting up other guys.
Bridges outside. With 1 on the clock. And he lays it up and in. Bridges has got 8. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Sixers ahead, leading by 3. All right, now let's check in with Allie. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot from line. They're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
We've got Edwards, and it's Bona in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's McBride. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Poke loose. Robinson with a steal. Left side McBride. Back to Robinson. Here's Council. Cranes the triple. And the 76ers lead by 6.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
It's both from the stripe. Here's Lowry. Play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. McBride. Whoa! Nice! What a huge jam!
Gracious.
Big time right there.
Oh my! That's why we had those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. For 3, Lowry. The shot, no good. New York trailing. Outside McBride. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Robinson, a screen on Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. Banging his way through. Jalen Brunson.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
Pass to Bona. Lowry with it. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
The Knicks have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Lowry with a steal. Knocks it loose. And Kyle Lowry is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Payne's checked in for New York.
Second team foul. Knicks substitution.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's Brunson. Brunson to the basket. It's good.
Now you see Brunson with that quick dribble. I mean, that is a nice play.
Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Knocked away. Payne with a double. Pass to Lowry. To the paint. Here's Bona. And he jams it home with authority.
And that's how you orchestrate the offense. Lowry showing the vision and the unselfishness.
Robinson, a screen on Lowry. Here's Brunson. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brunson. Here's Lowry. Still no points. 1:51 left to play in the third. And he drives in. Here's Yabusele. Pass to Bona. He shoots again. The kick out to Edwards. Another shot. High arcing shot. And that one's good. Bona's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Draw them in and kick it out. Great execution to open up an easy look from outside.
From the arc. And Tucker gets it to go. And the Knicks lead by 1.
Brunson with a sixth sense. I mean, always knows where his teammates are.
Lowry against Brunson. Up top, Lowry. 4 on the clock. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Yabusele. It's hauled in by Robinson. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Outside Tucker. And it's all from three-point range. The 76ers have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Council with the bucket. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
And here's Brunson from the arc. That one's down for Brunson.
Then put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Brunson against Lowry. Takes the 3. And no good. Here's Brunson. It's been all about Jalen Brunson for New York. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9.
All right, fans.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The Knicks with the lead. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. They've got Josh Hart. Precious Achiuwa is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. Oubre against Anunoby. Pass to Embiid. The rebound by Bridges. Bridges has got 5 rebounds in the game. It's Hart on the wing. Fires in the triple. And the Knicks lead by 5.
The defense got crossed up, and Bridges takes advantage with that pass.
Outside Maxey. Driving in. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Achiuwa. Rebound by the 76ers.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Outside Oubre. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots a fadeaway. Offensive rebound. Here's Drummond. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Knicks. final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Oubre against Bridges. Going inside, outside Anunoby. Bridges passes to Hart. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
Screen by Embiid. Maxey attacking. Oh, Embiid with the slam.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
You can't question the desire of these teams. It's going to be difficult for either side to get separation.
Shot's good by Towns.
Oh, the big man is smooth from range. Have to put a man on Towns, that's for sure.
Embiid, a screen on Bridges. Maxey with it. Towns covering. Pass to George. Just 4 to shoot. Oubre, a screen on Bridges. George for 3. Hits the trifecta.
This team counts on George to deliver points. His consistency under pressure is key to their offense.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
The guy you want to have the ball. Indeed, this man is a superstar.
Bridges against Oubre. Outside Anunoby. Hart with a screen on George. Here's Anunoby. And so the ball out of bounds. Anunoby touched it last. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over the last break, I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team. He kept it real with his team, telling them, I know you feel good about this lead, but let's not get lazy. Let's not act like this is a sure thing all of a sudden. Looking to keep their focus on the task at hand. Brian?
Allie, thank you. And it's Maxey missing. Knicks leading by 5. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. And the call will be against Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
There's a minute 12 left in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Yeah, strong flush from Towns. I like whenever he plays with an edge inside.
George outside. Embiid, a screen on Anunoby. George with it. Towns covering. And some solid defense from Towns. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. It's stolen by Maxey. In transition, here they come. Count it!
When it comes down to crunch time, Maxey wants the ball in his hands.
Hart passes to Bridges. Back to Hart.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
For New York, Josh Hart.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game.
He knows how important it is converting at the line and building up this lead.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. George, a deep 3. They get it again. Pass to Oubre. And so it's New York winning this one. And they barely squeezed out the win here. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up.